And I actually feel like the discourse or whatever, all the like buzz around it has like brought more people to the show.
Oh, how right you were, Mike White. Yeah, so that's the creator of the White Lotus talking on the show's official podcast where they discuss each episode. That podcast was posted on Monday, the day after the finale, but the ratings weren't out till Tuesday.
And then they come to the show and they're like, what the hell is this? They're like whatever the pacing and the vibe and like what it's doing, it definitely gets under their skin in some way.
Episode 8 drew 6.2 million viewers to HBO. That's 30% higher than the 4.8 million that episode 7 got. Yeah, which held the title of the most watched episode of The White Lotus ever for a week.
There was complaining about how there's no plot, and that part I find weird because it never had a...
The finale had 2.5 times as many viewers as the premiere. Yeah, the show is the #1 title on HBO Max throughout its entire season around the world.
Part of me is just like, bro, this is the vibe. Like, I'm world building. You know what I mean? It's just like, if you don't want to go to bed with me, get out of my bed. Like, you know what I mean? I'm edging you. It's like, enjoy the edging. Like, if you don't want to be edged, get out of my bed. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, don't be a bossy bottom or get the out of my bed. Like, don't come home with me. Don't get naked in my bed. Get the out of my bed.
All right.
Speaking of bed, I think Mike needs to rest. You sound a little burnt out. You sound a little bit on edge, which is understandable. Look, like he created the show. He has written and directed every single episode. And from what we've heard from the actors about this 7-month shoot in Thailand, it was trying to say the least. Yeah, he's trying to write and direct the show. So yeah, Mike, have a rest. Lay down. It's okay, Mike.
So much of the later years of your life are spent defending the decisions you made or trying to justify your life to yourself.
Yeah, so do you find White Lotus, I'm not going to say it doesn't have a plot. Of course it has a plot. But I mean, yeah, do you find it a little slow? Not really moving the story forward enough? Yeah, I mean, all 3 seasons have been like that. But the reality is with the show, it's like the characters aren't in service of the plot. The plot is in service of the characters. All of them are plopped into this situation. So yeah, they go to Thailand and stay at this resort, this hotel. It's really a character study.
I don't need religion or God to give my life meaning. Time gives it meaning.
And we get to watch how they navigate that situation. Of course, yeah, they have other storylines that are influenced by the outside, but yeah, they're just in this location and they're seeing these characters interact. And reality is, some of that trip is going to be boring. Some of that trip is going to be tedious. Some of that trip's going to have pointless conversations. Yeah, that's life.
Obviously, something's going to happen. I'm not going to just we're not
I'm not
going to
leave you here.
Like,
I'm not going to leave you here with nothing.
Yeah.
I think also, too, people are too used to TV network dramas that's, even when they have a continuous storyline throughout the season, still, most shows have like kind of a story that is introduced at the beginning of the episode and is resolved at the end of the episode. Like say Grey's Anatomy will have a patient, and we know by the end of the episode what happened to that patient. Or The Good Wife will have a case that's resolved by the end of the episode. So yeah, there's still kind of that resolution. You don't have that in the White Lotus for each episode. It really is kind of a continuous story for 8 episodes. Now surely the plot-craving people got their fill with the finale.
There's always room for more murders at the White Lotus hotels.
So yeah, do you like that Mike White edges the audience? I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Can I just be rich for 5 minutes?